right, we're gonna do take two. I'm not sure what's going on with going live in the group lately, but every time I have tech issues, it seems to only be when I come live in here. It's very bizarre. So I am coming live because I want to talk about, I'm going to categorize this under the guide section of episode, I think it'll be 5 or 6 of the Women Making Money series. If you're new to the group and you haven't caught any of those trainings, definitely go back and listen to them. Each one is a standalone piece that will, I guess the first 3 episodes was a 3-part series, but every single training on there is one that is aimed at helping more women make more money. I want to see as many of you crossing the 100K line and beyond as possible. So what I wanted to come in today and talk about is the value in what you offer to your clients. I was just coaching one of my clients recently on this, and it was really interesting when we started breaking down. She charges $5,000 for the investment to work with her, and we started breaking down like what results do her clients actually get by working with her. So when you think about the value in what you do, a lot of times entrepreneurs think that that is much easier to do if you're selling making money, right? Because if somebody charges 5K and you make 10K, you just made your money back. They can see the return on the investment. What I want to challenge you to look at is all the ways that working with you benefits your clients. So for example, even if somebody is selling like weight loss coaching or relationship coaching or something like that, we can still calculate numbers to apply to what this is saving somebody. I'm going to borrow a story from one of my mentors that I absolutely loved. I died laughing when she shared it with us. She said that when she was doing consults, she sells coaching, and at that time, I think she was doing some form of life coaching. But I love she shared the story with us that she had a man on the phone with her that was basically like, hey, I want to work with you. And she was like, okay, I think her pricing was 10K then. It's $10,000. And he was like, whoa, I don't think I can pay $10,000 for that. She was like, that's so interesting because you just told me that your marriage is almost failing because you've blown all your money on like hookers and cocaine. So let's just talk about the real cost to not changing your life. Right? Even if you just look at the cost of a divorce. So if you're a relationship coach and you help people build better relationships with their spouses or partners, right? If we look at the cost of a divorce, it's pretty freaking expensive. So when you take a look at what you do, right, there may be money that they're spending now that you're going to save them. If you do some form of business coaching or graphic design or website design, like something that is affecting their business, then there will be a return on the investment that they get monetarily as their business grows by working with you. So when you look at how much is it worth somebody to invest with you, this is where you want to build really, really strong belief, because if your belief does not match your price, you're going to have a hard time selling it. So if you're selling something for $20,000 and you don't really believe it's worth $20,000, it's going to show up when you have a really hard time selling it for $20,000. So take a look at what is the lifetime value of somebody working with you. The lifetime value. This means not just while they're working with you, right? But over the course of their entire life, the lifetime of their business, depending on what you do, what is the return on the investment that they're going to get by working with you? So if I teach somebody, I shared this analogy somewhere before, you may have seen it. If I teach somebody, if I work with a woman and I teach her how to make a $10,000 month, it doesn't just make her $10,000. Because when she knows how to do that once, she can repeat it over and over again. So one $10,000 month, if she repeats it over and over again, she just grew a $120,000 business during the year. But she's not just going to work for 1 year. Right? Let's say she stays in business for 10 years, never even makes a higher month than that, just stays at a $10,000 month. That $120,000 business just became $1.2 million over the course of the next 10 years. And that's if she only works for 10 more years and doesn't scale beyond there, doesn't hire anybody, doesn't streamline anything, just does everything exactly the same. That would be $1.2 million over the next 10 years. So when you start looking at the lifetime value of your clients working with you, it starts to snowball quickly. right? Even if you sell something like self-concept or confidence, right? So think about the impact on somebody's life. If you, maybe you're a confidence coach and you help women build their confidence. If that is what you do, think about the lifetime impact on somebody having more confidence. Their relationships may improve. They may be more apt to ask for things that they want to achieve, whether that's raising their prices in a business, whether that is asking their boss for a raise. Maybe it's breaking off relationships. Hey guys, no, maybe it's breaking off relationships that aren't really working for her. And she's no longer spending time and energy spinning out, thinking about those people, second guessing herself, questioning herself, right? The cost of therapy, the cost of classes, the cost of even something that doesn't provide an immediate monetary return to your clients is incredibly valuable to them, right? She could end up having a different job, getting a promotion, having a different partner, being with somebody that treats her well. And when you think of the lifetime value of that, of course she's willing to invest for even something that doesn't have an immediate monetary return, like business coaching or graphic design, website design, things like that on a business. So those are the things that I want you to look at when you're thinking about either what should I price, or when you're really thinking about how do I sell this. If you're looking to increase your close rate, increase your sales, really take a look and break it down. One of my clients that I was coaching recently on this had sold a $1,500 package. It was like an intensive, I don't know, half day or something like that strategy session. But from the results that she got her client from that one $1,500 session, she just saved or made that woman like a $75,000 return over the next 12 months. She was able to stop paying other service providers for things that she didn't need. There were so many things that went into it, but just in that 1 year, and then if you start looking at the lifetime of that impact of saving her and making her that $75,000 difference, it was going to be a swing in her income, her monthly take-home income, by $75,000. That's huge. That was an amazing deal that she got of having just a few hours of my client's time for $1,500, right? It was massively beneficial. So if you want to increase your close rate, if you're not entirely sure what all your value is, do a quick gut check on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being like, oh my God, I don't know. I hate talking about it. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say on sales calls. And a 10 is like, oh, I have so many people coming in, like I'm turning people down. Just do a quick 1 to 10 scale check for yourself. Where do you fall on that scale of 1 to 10 with believing in the value and what you have it priced? And then take a look at, okay, now what do I need to do to increase that? You need to build the belief around the value that you're already bringing to your clients. So go ahead, do this work, write it out for yourself, calculate what you see as the lifetime return of one of your clients working with you, and then compare that to the current investment level that they're making. Go ahead, let me know if you have any comments or questions below this video. Tell me if you've done this work yet and how it goes for you.